Now I realize this is not the way most brush hogs are seen. They're seen flat, horizontal, not vertical like this. It's up here for a reason, like this. In fact, it makes things a lot simpler. Let me show you what I'm doing. Well, the reason the brush hog is up in the air like this, standing up instead of laying down, is because I just, I did some work on it, but I also am sharpening, took the blades off, and I'm sharpening the blades. And I have found this is really the best way to do it. While they were off, I went ahead and sharpened them. I should have showed you that probably, but I didn't. I've got to tighten these bolts up, and I'll do that from the back side. And that's why it's easier to do it this way than it is with it laying down or even jacked up and put under some jack stands or something. I just don't feel safe getting under it like that, especially if you don't put jack stands under it. I mean, don't rely on your tractor hydraulics to keep that in the air. I have seen hydraulics fail and slam to the ground, so don't do that. Don't ever do that. And even this way, it's kind of on a slant. The slope, ground slopes like this. I've got this kind of holding it, but still do this at your own risk because it could fall back, or I don't think it could fall forward because of that, but you know, who knows? Just in case it does try to fall back this way, I've got that bar under it that's, you know, gonna hold it, I'm sure. But when your brush hog is up like this, you have access. I think most brush hogs have an access hole here on the top of the brush hog. Now again, we're looking down on the top of it here. An access hole where you access the bolts for your blades. I know the Land Pride does. This is a modern, M-O-D-E-R-N. I believe it's a modern Sunshine. So all you do is just access that hole. It's got a little cover on it. Sits here like this. Take the nut and the washer off, and then you've got access to your blades. Again, make sure, wouldn't hurt to have this chained up to a tree or something like that, so you know it's not going to go one way or the other. But that's on you. I'm just saying this is the way I've been doing it, and it's worked well for me. But do this at your own risk, because things can happen. Stuff happens. Anyway, once it's like this, when you take one blade off, then of course it gets heavy on one side and it's going to flop down like that. It's going to be hanging from there. So I put that one blade in. I've got it tightened down, hand tight, from the access hole on the other side. You can't see it, but there's the access hole right there. Right there. So what I did, this blade was on it, this blade was not. Well, it was hanging down here. So I just put this blade on while it was up like this. And then once I got it on there, then I've got the added weight on this side, so it'll balance out. And I can come on this side and access that bolt right there. I've got some anti-seize on the bolt. I will come in here and start that by hand. Like I say, I've already put the washer on it from the inside. And then from this side, get it started. And then I'll use my Ryobi cordless impact wrench. If you don't have an impact wrench, especially a cordless one, you are missing out. Now, obviously, this is designed to access from the top of the mower. But again, I choose and I like to go in from the side because I just don't want to be under that mower. This is the Ryobi Impact. Again, it's not a drill driver, it's an impact. I've got the 1/2 inch to 3/4 adapter. Then this is 3/4 extension, 3/4 extension, 11/16, 1 and 11/16. Put it on there. Now you're supposed to torque this to, I think, about 450 pounds. And I'm sure that Ryobi does not do 450 pounds. But, so I put a cheater bar on it, try to see if I can get another little crack or two out of it. Make sure it's good and tight. You do not want those blades slanging off. All right, let me just flip this around. So that's the bolt we just tightened. I'll flip it around. And because both blades are on here, it's balanced. So it'll stay right where I want it to stay. That's why I like doing it this way. So now I can access it from the other side and tighten down that bolt. I just run it down till it won't run no more. Then I'll come in here with a cheater bar. Give it a few love taps. Now, because I'm doing this and getting it real tight, it's probably a good thing I put that anti-seize on it. And so that will keep it, help it not seize up. Now I'll go on the back side, turn it around, expose that other bolt. Once that's done, we'll put the access cover back on. Might want to put a little grease or something on that, because that sometimes gets a little rusty, a little hard to open up. Again, with the trusty little Ryobi. Look, if you don't have a cordless impact wrench, not a drill driver, an impact wrench, this 1/2-inch impact wrench, it's really good. I've gotten some really stuck things loose with it. Great for doing your tires. If you want to rotate your tires, this is so quick. Throw it in the back of your car if you're going on a trip and you got something that you can change a tire in a hurry if you have to. Just love these little things. Love Ryobi anyway. And I've just got a bunch of their tools, but this is the impact wrench. Had this for many years, never failed me. Really like it. Does what it's supposed to do. So even with them tightened down that tight, they swing freely like they're supposed to. Centrifugal force, when you got it turned on, centrifugal force throws your blades out to the side. When they hit an object, a stump, a tree, something hard, a rock, they'll bounce back. It just keeps from damaging your gearbox, along with either a shear pin or a clutch system on your drive shaft, your PTO shaft. And but the blades will, because they've turned freely, they'll kick back and not damage the expensive stuff, which is the gearbox. So tighten down. I just got the grinder a little bit close to my wrist, by the way. So I'll bend that pin down and we're done. There you go. I like doing it this way. Again, at your own risk, stand it up, because you know it could fall. Just make sure it doesn't. Put something under it, block it up, put some chains to a tree, to your tractor, something to where you know it's not going to fall on you. And I think it's easier to work this way. So if you have not subscribed yet, I wish you'd do that for me and ring that little bell. And a whole lot more content like this on the channel. That's it. We're gone.